Hey guys, it's Elias. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. As you can see, we're taking a look at the 2020 Corvette, the C8 Corvette with the Z51 package, as you can see it here. And it's in this beautiful orange, and man, do I love this car. Now, as you know, I'm checking out some cars. I'm checking out the Supra, I'm checking out the Corvette, both new ones, because I'm going to be buying one of these very soon. So I'm going to go over and I'm going to give you my first reactions. We're going to show you some carbon fiber bits and some of the other things that I saw. So I hope you tag along and enjoy the video. So as you can see, it was a very busy day. This car gathers crowds like you would not believe, and rightfully so. I mean, we had a photographer, a model, people wanted to take a look at this car up close and personal, and rightfully so. It looks so good. I mean, the front of it with the very aggressive styling, the giant vents out front to feed those front radiators, the aggressive splitter from the Z51 package, and the orange paint definitely exudes supercar to me. Let me know what you think in the comments. First impressions, what you think of the C8 Corvette. Under $70,000 is incredible. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. So this is definitely my favorite angle of the car, and I think it's everyone's favorite angle. Right up front, looking at the very aggressive scoops on the side to feed even more radiators that this car has. This is definitely a focused car. Now, I wanted to take a look into the interior. There's been a lot of controversy on the interior, and I understand why it looks very different than what we've gotten before. Honestly, the interior is actually my favorite part, and I'll explain why in a little bit. There's the door handle, in case you guys are thinking about where the door handle or the actual way to enter the car. Well, it's a button that you hit. And taking a look at this center stack of buttons, I really actually liked it. You know, it felt like a quality stack. It didn't feel like a cheap tacked on piece. You know, I'm touching all the vents. That's the actual vents under the screen. That's the drive mode selector. That's the gear shift selector, and all the buttons feel very high quality. Keep in mind as well, this is a pre-production car, so not everything will be perfect. There's more vents here. They look really nice. I like the thinness of them. And then you press a button. I didn't know what to expect, and I saw that the glove box opened. I didn't know that was going to do that. Now, one thing I'll say is that the glove box opens and stops on my legs. I don't know if that's part of the design or not. Could be a quote-unquote supercar thing. We shall see. As you can see here, you see the carbon fiber accents. That's an added package that you can get, and this car has it. Overall, the interior felt pretty good. Even as a passenger, I didn't feel cramped or anything. Now, I love having the engine right behind you. That's gotta be very exhilarating to have a fire-breathing V8 pushrod engine pushing 500 horsepower right next to you. And you also have a speaker right there, which is pretty cool. That's a nice big speaker. I think it's probably a subwoofer or something. To open the door, you press a button, another button. There's no handles. Again, very interesting. I love the interior. More on that in a little bit. Now we go to the engine bay. Take a look at the engine bay here. And everything seems to be pretty accessible for a mid-engine car. Now, I know it's difficult to make a mid-engine car be accessible, but there's the dipstick. There's where you put the 0W40 oil in it. Again, it's got the carbon fiber accents, in case you guys were thinking about getting that. It's got a nice little storage area for your roof, because the roof comes off on every Corvette that they sell. That's right. Keep that in mind. Here's those carbon fiber accents, and then the engine itself. There's an O2 sensor there, and the engine cover. Now, you can buy different engine covers to make them look better. Again, I was blown away when I saw this. Also, you can see right on top of the strut towers, you see a little cable coming out of them. It means it's got adjustable suspension. So on different drive modes, suspension changes in terms of the stiffness and ride quality. Now we get to the back. Very controversial. I think the vents, because the vents of where they are, I think it makes it look a little bit busy. But hey, they are functional vents. Take a look there. Very cool. Those vents are, of course, functional, and they let the hot air leave the engine bay. And the tailpipes. Tailpipes are kind of small, and we got a little kind of diffuser down there to help with the aerodynamics. It all looks very functional, very purposeful, and I love it. again, looking at this car, even from back here, it looks like a supercar, and that's, I think, what the Corvette was going for. So you're getting a supercar for under $70,000. That's incredible value. Now looking at the rear brakes, they are huge for rear brakes. Of course, as you'd expect from a mid-engine car, your rear brakes are going to be pretty large. They're going to be very large brakes, and rightfully so. So it's got Brembo styles. You can take the pins and push them in. It's got vented rear discs, and the tires are Pilot 4S's. Again, this is a Z51 package, and that comes with that. One of the problems that people have already been talking about has been a possibility of getting damage, those radiators damaged with rocks and things like that. Now, that's the door handle, in case you guys were wondering. I'm expecting the aftermarket to take care of any and all issues. I love the wing mirrors. I call them wing mirrors because they look like little wings attached to the car. They were going for a very aeronautical theme to this car, and honestly, I love it. We're here in the back again, and yeah, people don't like it. When you see it in person, I think you'll like it. I think what it needs is a high-end spoiler, a big wang gang kind of spoiler. That's kind of what it will complete the look back there. I know it's super busy, but it'll look better with some modifications, I think. Let me know again what you guys think in the comments. Now, one of my favorite features is the front headlight. It just looks so aggressive. And you see those LED pipes right there. They turn on as daylight driving lights. Super cool. And the big vents out front. Functional. Everything is functional on this car, which is a big gripe that people have with the Civic Type R or the new Supra, that they don't have functional vents. Well, everything you see here is super functional. Taking a close look here at the Z51 splitter. I think you can go a little bigger than that. Alright, so one of the things that really worried me about this car is rear visibility. So rear visibility is a big thing. It's going to be a problem if you don't get the 2LT or 3LT package. You get the 1LT package, you will not have that rear view camera, rear view mirror. So you'll have a conventional rear view mirror, and you'll be stuck with that. Looking at what you're looking at right now, not the greatest. You got a big blind spot there at the C-pillar, and it's something you have to deal with. So I honestly, because of that, I think a lot of people are going to opt in for the 2LT package, and I'm thinking about that as well. If I'm going to get this car, I'll probably have to get the 2LT package. And then you get my favorite part of this car is right here. Everything is right for the driver. It's exactly as the old Supra was. It's like the S2000 interior. It's how a sports car should be. Again, that's the lock button and the door open button. I locked myself in by mistake. Something to get used to, I think. So I wanted to show you guys the rear view camera. Now, I think this is a very good addition, and the way it works is the camera actually projects onto the rear view mirror, so you'll see what the camera sees in the mirror. I haven't seen it in person yet how it works, but I think it's a must-have, especially for this car. The rear visibility is definitely not going to be good, and if you get the 1LT package, you won't get that camera. I'm just showing you some accents here. It's actually opened louvers, so water gets right through there if it rains, so keep that in mind. And this is the gas cap here. I want to show you that. Just every little detail counts, so I want to show you guys all the little details. Capless fuel tank, which is all the rage these days. And I just can't get enough of this whole area back here. Can't believe for under 70 grand, you basically have what amounts to a rear engined or mid-engined supercar, and you can see the engine under the glass. It's just amazing. The side profile of this car looks so good. As you can see, people getting in and out. It is a sports car still. At the end of the day, it's not the easiest thing to get in and out of, so keep that in mind. If you're looking to buy this car, it's just as difficult or more difficult to get into than the previous Corvettes or any other sports car, honestly. Here I'm showing you where the heads-up display gets projected out from, and everything looks really well put together, even for a pre-production car. It looks really good. There's that center vent used to kind of clear out the windshield if it gets fogged up. And let's take a quick look here at the front brakes. I think they did a really good job. Some big rotors and discs and calipers. I don't think we're gonna be complaining too much about the brakes. I think we'll be all right for a 3,500 pound car. And it looks like you get some tools. You need some tools to open that up, but that's okay. Should be easy enough. As you can see, I can't get enough of these functional vents that I don't really get in any other cars that I've had before. The Type R specifically had very non-functional vents that look very similar to this, and it actually works. I mean, you can see there it's gonna pump air through the inside wheel fender, and it'll help cool down those brakes, which is super important if you're gonna be tracking this car, as I would. If I were to get it, I'll be taking it to track days. Not necessarily competing in anything. I probably will stick to my Type R for competitions, but this thing should be super fun on road courses and on just back roads. So I wanted to show you guys all the options here. They have this options list here, all the colors you can get it in. Let me know what colors you think I should get if I get one of these. Different wheel options. I'm not sure what I like yet. I think I like I don't know. Let me know again what your preferences are for wheels, for colors, for cars. Do you prefer the Supra? Do you prefer the Corvette? Let me know what you think. Oh yes, one of the biggest things I almost forgot to mention. It's actual metal flappy paddles. Metal. You touch it, it is definitely metal, and that's a huge positive. The wheel itself, it looks a little bit awkward, but I think when it comes to your hands, it feels very, very, very nice. It's got the nice leather on it, and I think I like it a lot. I mean, it's gonna be an awesome thing to drive, especially with those metal flappy paddles. Now I wanna show you guys inside here. You see the active exhaust, the little motor right there. It opens and closes flaps. There's definitely room for the aftermarket to take care of this. It'll probably a lot of straight piped Corvettes will be on the road, but for now you can change it up, and I'm sure it'll be pretty loud. And I've heard a couple of videos there. It's a pretty loud car when you put it in the right mode, and that little motor flips. So here are the seats. This is the cheapest seat you can get, the GT1 seat. Pretty standard, not too bad. It's actually not too different than the GT2 seat. There is one main thing that concerns me that it doesn't have, and that it doesn't have lumbar support. So I really couldn't sit in it because they didn't allow you to, but that's okay. Everything looks pretty good. Leather felt really nice. Yeah, I liked it a lot. It's really nice. There's the levers right there. Taking a look at the GT2 seat. This is a little bit of an upgrade. It's got the ventilation and the heated. They're both heated. This has ventilated. The other one does not. As you can see, the perforations are much smaller on the other side. And it's got a little bit more carbon fiber there, so it's a little bit different. Not that much on the back. The bottom of the seat is actually almost identical, except that right here you can see the lumbar support. That's how you know whether or not your car has lumbar support. And that one does not have it. So if that's important to you, keep that in mind. GT2 seat is what you might want. Now the seat I actually want is this competition seat. You can get the competition seat in any trim level. I think it's an option that you have to pay extra for. I don't know the price yet. The pricing is not out. But man, is it perfect for competition. If you're gonna go on a track, you're gonna want some harnesses, and this seat is perfect for that. It just looks super aggressive, and it looks like it'll hold you in nice. I want to show you the front trunk. I couldn't even reach down there. I tried to reach there. I couldn't reach the bottom, which is cool. I guess I'm also a short kind of guy. I'm 5'8", so take that with a grain of salt. Here's the brake reservoir, brake fluid reservoir, and the windshield fluid reservoir. Again, very accessible, very easy to get to. I like the accessibility of the car so far. I was expecting much, much worse. Again, love those lights, and I love the side profile of the car. Couldn't get enough of it. As you can see, I just keep filming it, and the crowds love it too. Alright guys, I think that wraps it up here. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think, if the C8 is something that you'd be interested in me getting, if I should add this to the channel or not. I'd appreciate your thoughts. Thanks for watching guys. I'll catch you next time. Peace out.